Horrible Leadhide here, and as is true of many born of the Moonsands Festival gathering, I'm an immortal, born of a mortal mother who did not know my father. As is also true of many born of the Moonsands Festival gathering, my father turned out to be the legendary roustabout called Mithralon, whose actions turned over a new world age. But I wouldn't learn that until 40 years of what I thought was my mortal life had passed, and I learned that my blood contained the magic of all 9 of the firsts. Before that revelation, though, I was a hunter and game warden for a wealthy family in southern lands of Midgard. But after my dalliance with the lady of the house was discovered, I fled Tharbad. A chance meeting on the road with what turned out to be my 2 half-sisters led me to discover who I was, and I had never felt more lost. I returned to the place I was raised, a smuggler's hideout where I knew I could find both familiarity and possibility, and take care of my mortal mother in her late years. In the decades after she passed, I set off with various crews in between hunting trips, seeking danger and new experiences, but always returning to Barasol Outpost at Journey's End. It was there in the meadery that I overheard a ship's captain telling a tale of an idiot prince of Nidavellir who wanted to be a hero and bring back a demon's head from the caverns under the heart of the Kingdom of Night. Well, he nor that head came back. And, well, the priceless artifact he brought with him to kill the demon, yeah, that didn't come back either. But where the dwarven house of Nerathrin suffered loss, I saw an opportunity. I aimed to return a priceless artifact to a grieving family, and to begin to etch my legacy on the world in the way that my father did.
In a hole in the ground, there lived a strange fish person. It was a weird, deep, watery, fungus-filled hole, and that meant comfort to the fish person who resided there. Germ is that fish person's name. Germ is me. I am Germ. We waterblood night elves take many forms. Not all are fish, but Germ is fish. And there are not many like Germ in Svartalfheim. And there is only one place in all of Svartalfheim where such a being of Germ could exist and thrive. The watery tunnels beneath Mount Salyus are that one place, and Germ has called them home since his first moment of life. It was in those tunnels beneath Salyus that Germ would find and befriend many molds, spores, and fungi, and in time, Germ would become their guardian, their host, and their family. Together with the spores, Germ would become the rescuer of many lost folk. It earned Germ a reputation of expertise in such matters. Even more, it earned Germ a place among the assassin monks of Gur Fortress. And that order would bring Germ to many faraway lands and many wondrous places. Northern Svartalfheim was not wondrous, though. It was dry and desolate, and it made Germ quite sad. And so Germ desires to bring water to this place, so it may have life once again. As of yet, Germ remains unsuccessful, but undeterred. On Germ's travels through northern Svartalfheim, Ungle Forest was the only place that did not grieve Germ. Germ has grown quite fond of the spiders there, and has spent the last 64 years living among them as a spider. But now, Germ must leave them and continue his great quest for water. Germ's best spider friend told Germ of a place not far away, a deep place where the spider's kin resides, and a place that may have what Germ is looking for. And so, Germ now goes to this place called Hearthstone to check in on the spider's kin and continue his great search for water.
Anywhere in the realm, I would be considered a very small person, but one can feel extra small when raised by giants. I know next to nothing of who I am, except that my halfling mother stopped to rest at some settlements on her way north through Svartalfheim, toting a babe, searching for the necromancers of the kingdom to bring her husband back. My mother met her end at the claws of the giant spiders of Ungle Forest, somewhere near the dry river Renor, because remnants of her, including infant me, were found there by the one who would raise me, a darkling giant called Aradir. Growing up in the village of Eglin, around so many different sorts of giants, night elves, and especially darkling giants, the progeny of giants and night elves, I began to notice that the northern elves could do things I couldn't, like turn into a horde of spiders. I began to get suspicious that it wasn't actually spiders who killed my mother, and have lived with that sense of unease with my neighbors ever since. As I grew, my father taught me the ways of the land and its people. He always encouraged me to stab vital parts first and ask questions later. He has protected and loved me fiercely for as long as I can remember, but as the years go on and his bones creak more and more, I wish for nothing more than to protect him from the monsters that roam the salt flats and for the fiends that live in disguise all around us. I've heard tales the Hearthstone Ruins not far to the southwest, as well as the tunnels beneath and the ancient artifacts and powerful treasures that remained there when the treasure hunters who held them fell. If there's anywhere to find something to help me protect the one I care about most, Hearthstone must be the place.
My childhood was an idyllic bliss. I grew up feral in the woods like most northern elves, chasing squirrels through the treetops and dropping down from the boughs to rip the throat from a boar with my teeth. Decorating my sleeping cave with a dazzling array of bones. All my leggy friends would come to visit. Spiders and scorpions and centipedes and millipedes. The more legs, the better, I always say. I also made some friends up north where reality gets thin beyond the veil of the gaur. I haven't been beyond the veil myself, but I have chatted long into the night with so many friends, especially with the one who would become my patron. She is an extra-dimensional old one who has been around since the starfire exploded into nothingness, a true boss of the cosmos. She has been encouraging me to step into my full self, find a place of great power, and set up my own lair. I have heard tell that deep beneath the Hearthstone Ruins lies a hellmouth where demons rise. If I play my cards right, I may find both a new home and maybe even some friends who might visit me from time to time.